GameSHOUT.com. Tune your server to talk.GameSHOUT.com and join us on the air. Come have some fun with us. Remember Wacky Wednesday? Well, it's back. Wacky Wednesday starring Andy Hodges. That's 9:30 p.m. each Wednesday night on GameSHOUT.
GameSHOUT Radio is property of GameSHOUT, a company of Red Planet LLC. All rights reserved. Executive producer, Andy Hodges. For live broadcast booking information, syndication, or advertising, email info@GameSHOUT.com. All comments expressed on the show are not necessarily those of GameSHOUT, Red Planet LLC, its advertisers, guests, or syndication affiliates. All music is licensed by ASCAP and BMI. Recordings of this broadcast prohibited without prior written consent. GameSHOUT Radio. The show is brought to you by ATI. Get your new X800 Radeon card today. And BFG Servers. For game server rentals, visit BFGServers.com. BFG Servers, where size does matter. GameSHOUT Radio, the #1 talk game station in the world.
Hello and welcome back to GameSHOUT, the #1 video game station around the world, or GameSHOUT.com. This is Wacky Wednesday. We do this show every Wednesday night, starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern live. And the show is also available for podcast. If you want to download the pre-recorded version of the show, the podcast is usually available within 5 minutes after the show has aired. My name is Andy Hodges. We also have Captain Maverick, Egoraptor, SexyJosh, TrickNeal, and I keep thinking we're missing someone. Okay, and that's who we have tonight. We have a couple of staff members that are out today. They were here earlier, but they are out. And this is the Wednesday night edition, Wacky Wednesday. In case you've never heard of Wacky Wednesday, this is the time when we pretty much let loose on this show. All the other shows that GameSHOUT hosts, they're basically very serious shows about video game reviews, technology news, and so forth. Well, this is the one show where the staff can actually, actually let loose. Just like that. There goes Josh laughing like a little girl there.
He's taking his shirt off, too.
So, in case you've never heard of Ghost Freeman, well, he's been on the show for a couple of years now, actually, and this is the guy. Actually, can somebody tell us before we get into this documentary? We have a clip about Ghost Freeman. Can someone give maybe a 15-second description of who Ghost Freeman is?
Well, that's kind of easy, actually. Ghost Freeman is an overweight, pimply-faced, thick glass-wearing video game fanatic that hunted, Gabe Newell for a while from Steam and also several other things. As the arch nemesis of Sean Connery and kidnapped Captain Maverick, has been to E3 and back, and basically travels America, relaying his wacky and tacky adventures to us every week that we call him. Yes, that's Ghost Freeman. He's
pretty much on the road the whole time, and he eats at Kentucky Fried Chickens, or KFC, that is.
He loves chicken.
Well, that's what the documentary is going to touch on tonight. They're going to talk about the Ghost Freeman's roots.
All right, well, let's get to the documentary. Let's roll it.
Naturally, the minute you say roll it.
Oh, I tell you, man.
All right, let's roll it.
Every decade, there's born a man who, like many men, are loathed by several people. But no man in the history of the world will ever amount to the idiocy that is Ghost Freeman.
Ghost Freeman!
Ghost Freeman's real name will not be disclosed by penalty of death by the United States Board of Stupid People.
He loves chicken!
Ghost was born in a small rural town known for its amazing fried chicken. It's rumored that Ghost has some relation to the Colonel, but it's only a rumor. From the moment Ghost exited the womb, he started eating chicken. It became an obsession. At age 3, he almost killed himself eating so much chicken that his fart sounded like rooster crowing. It was the crowing that hinted to his mother of Ghost's near-death experience. It was only commonplace in the Freeman household. Ghost was soon sent away to a fat camp, because my God was he fat. Unfortunately, this spawned the famous Camp Kid Kramer incident, in which 5 fat kids were brutally eaten by an unknown suspect. The fat camp didn't work for Ghost, however, as he gained 300 pounds while there. No one knows exactly why. Later on in Ghost's life, he decided it would be a good idea to run for president, though, while on campaign, he was a victim for an attempted assassination, which will never go down in history as one of the most historic events ever. We have recovered a never-before-heard clip of what happened on that fateful day. Be warned, this is not for the weak-hearted.
Mr. Freeman, what is your stance on video game violence? What? I love Half-Life. Well, mine's Gage. Anyone want to give a shout-out? Anyone want to shout? But Mr. Freeman, what will you do about kids obtaining guns at such a young age? Well, My God! Mr. Freeman's been shot! Awesome!
It took nearly 7 hours of surgery to recover the bullet out of Ghost's ungodly mass of fat. But it was found, and the bullet never broke the layer of blubber that protected his body. He was lucky, but not for long.
Ghost Freeman!
Please join us for part 2 of Ghost Freeman's story next Wednesday.
So that is Ghost Freeman.
What a compelling story.
I can't wait for next week to find out other things that Ghost Freeman's done that we've never heard of.
Oh,
Yeah, really.
my gosh.
Really. It gets funnier and funnier. Oh, yeah, it gets funnier and funnier. Oh, gee.
Well, that's who Ghost Freeman is, and that documentary pretty much wrapped it up. I mean, there obviously is going to be a part 2.
Oh, this is going to be a multi-part series. Part 2 is next week.
I'm glad we got the exclusive on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got some
yeah, we got
gaming site. No.
And we've got this documentary before it's even on the Discovery Channel.
That's right.
See that? A GameSHOUT Radio exclusive. You can't even see that on Discovery Channel right now.
Yep.
You can't even see it on TV. I tell you, we're moving up in the world.
Oh, gosh, thank goodness for that, huh?
We're getting ready to make a phone call. And who you want to call?
We're going to call Ghost, and we're going to find out what's going on with him.
Okay, we're going to call the Ghost Freeman.
Ghost Freeman. Yep.
All right.
Because you know what time it is. It's time for the Ghost Freeman call.
Oh, it's time to call the crazy, wacky, pimply-faced kid. It's time to call Ghost Freeman. Yeah!
And here we go.
Hi, you reached Ghost Freeman's cell phone. Can't leave a message at the beep.
Ghost Freeman, I know you better than that.
Crap, it never works on you, Mouse.
Never works on Captain Maverick, buddy. Never works. How you doing, Ghost?
I've seen better days, but finally out of prison. Yep.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're out of jail. I mean, that was kind of a harrowing experience. It took us a while to, well, ultimately, how did you end up getting out?
Well, things led one thing led to another. There were certain things that were going on, and ultimately the charges were dropped. Whoever the cranky old guy was, ultimately, said that that young man has learned a lesson, and he.
The security guard, Bill.
Oh, Bill, the security guard. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. He's got that gigantic flashlight that burns the flesh off your bones.
That's Bill.
Yeah. He's got a flashlight like you wouldn't believe, man.
He's actually, once you get to know the guy, he's a pretty cool guy. We were hanging out the other night, and we were using his flashlight to cook up some chicken. I mean, it's amazing how quick...
Wait a minute. Flashlight to cook up chicken?
It's like deep frying chicken, man. It's some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen. It's fascinating.
I wonder what it would do with a wild turkey.
Hey, maybe we can use it on Christmas. We're cooking a turkey. All we need is Bill, the security guard's flashlight.
Well, now, Ghost, what do you...
I like you guys too much, though, so I wouldn't wouldn't go inviting him to any Christmas parties.
What are you doing hanging around with Bill? I mean, he arrested you.
Well, yeah, but like he's a really cool guy. He's one of those types that are like on the outside, but on the inside he's just a really cool guy. He's like
now wait a minute.
Guys, hang out with him. Spend some time.
Oh
with
my
him,
gosh, they're hanging out like Adam 12.
They are. Oh no. No, you're not still
just
in the
like
area,
Dragnet.
Are you, Ghost? Didn't you
No,
go home?
I'm telling you, actually, Bill, he's such a great guy. He's letting me stay at his place.
What?
What? He's even living with the man.
Oh no! Now we're really.
I don't know where to go yet right now. It's just like I'm waiting for a check to go through, and so I can get back on the road and do my thing. But for the moment, Bill, that gosh darn sweetheart, he's just letting me crash on his sofa. He has just the nicest house. I don't know. It's like perfect. It's like perfection. I don't know. It's just the place is so cool. And the weirdest thing is, while I stayed here, the man has no video games whatsoever.
He has no video games?
0 video games, nothing. Not even like a classic, like Atari 2600 or whatever. But but it bothered.
What are you gonna do? How are you gonna live without video games, Ghost?
I don't know. This is just, I'm just so peaceful and at rest, and it's got this a quaint house, and I don't. Guys, I think I just might move here, and just stay in the area.
Oh crap!
That would Bill all the time. I think this would be a great new move in the history of Ghost Freeman.
But Ghost, what will your mom say?
Yeah, she's been waiting for me to get my ass out of the house for years now, so I think this is
Oh no, Ghost! Your mom wants you to live close to her. I know she does. She really wants you to live close to her.
We should call his mom.
Far away from GameSHOUT. Yeah, we'll have to call your mom, and we're gonna.
Do we?
Well,
hey, Ego, do we still have Ghost Freeman's father's phone number?
I don't know. I'll have to check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we called him one time.
I would suggest no, not calling. I need my parents out of this. Guys,
well,
leave the parents out of this.
Ghost, we're just looking out for your best interest.
Yeah.
But, looking out for my best interest could possibly mean, looking out for my wants, all right? Guys, don't call the parents, all right? You don't even know I'm gone, all right?
Hey, Ghost, I can't hear you. You're fading out.
They don't know I'm gone.
Ghost,
what?
Ghost, are you there?
I'm here.
Ghost?
No,
Ghost?
hey,
what?
Maverick.
Ghost? Where?
They don't know
Ghost?
I'm even gone.
I can't. Ghost, are you there? Oh,
I can't
think
hear
Ghost
him.
is gone.
I couldn't hear him.
We're gonna have to call his parents. That's all there is to it. Oh no!
Hey,
Andy,
we should
can't
call
have
Bill.
Ghost just living down the street.
We should call Bill and find out
Bill.
if he's really living there, and if he is, why? I mean, he arrested the guy.
We still have our top 10, or we still have our top bizarre gifts of 2005. Besides, Bill's out on patrol.
Yeah, he doesn't like to be bothered by us anymore. We pester the security guard enough.
I don't want to get burnt by the flashlight again, okay? Oh, gosh. Oh, it was painful last time. You saw Josh. He was sunburned on one side of his face. It was really funny. So, oh, yeah. But, yeah, that's them. Oh, my goodness, they're having fun over there. I hope they're... Gosh, please move.
Well, he's gone from the video games.
Well, yeah, he's got to have been.
Oh man. All right, so we're gonna do the Christmas stuff.
Well, yeah, we happen to have collected this great collection of some of the most bizarre Christmas holiday gifts that you could imagine. I mean, there's all kinds of really interesting things out there. Some things that would really kind of blow your mind too. For example, I don't know if you could get away with giving your wife a mop for Christmas, for the holidays, but I bet you could get away with giving her a scuba. Yep, a scuba. It's from iRobot.com. A scuba is a little robotic floor washer. It sweeps, washes, and dries floors in one pass, and so it'll scrub down your hardwood floors and travel all over your house and clean your floors. Now,
I don't know, man. I can't get away with that.
Yeah, giving a wife a gift like that, And in fact, I'm a little concerned about robots in the first place, okay? So in my concern about robots, I found another very bizarre gift. It's a new book. It's called How to Survive a Robot Uprising. Let me give you an idea here. The briefing starts like this. If popular culture has taught us anything, that someday mankind must face and destroy the growing robot menace. In print and on the big screen, we've been deluged with scenarios of robot malfunction, misuse, and outright rebellion. Robots have descended on us from outer space, escaped from top-secret laboratories, and even traveled back in time. To what? Yes, to destroy us. Today, scientists are working hard to bring these artificial creations to life. In Japan, fuzzy little real robots are delivering appreciated hug therapy for the elderly. Children are frolicking with smiling robot toys. It all seems so innocuous. And yet, how could so many Hollywood scripts be so wrong? So I say, take no chances, arm yourself with expert knowledge. For the sake of humanity, listen to the serious advice of real robot experts. How else will you survive the inevitable future in which robots rebel against their human masters? This looks like a real fun read for our bizarre book, How to Survive a Robot Uprising. And that's at robotuprising.com. Now, some of the other guys found some great stuff too. Ego, you found, oh man, Ego found a couple of things that were really funny.
Did I? Well, I did.
Well, bizarre.
Yes, bizarre indeed. The first thing I found was a giant outdoor chessboard. Yes, if you're afraid that your dear friend Eugene isn't getting enough sunlight from staying inside, playing Magic the Gathering, chess, and EverQuest all day, here is your answer. Unfortunately, the pieces are sold separately, and the total cost of both the board and the pieces is a good clean 500 big ones. I guess it's more motivation to get Eugene to enter the big chess nationals so he can save up the money to buy another chessboard. And I found something quite good for the holiday season. It's the leg lamp from A Christmas Story. Yes, it's always great to reference A Christmas Story for the holidays, and what better way than to buy good old Pop a genuine lamp that's just a woman's leg. Even better is to send the 2-pack of the leg and the humping hound that attaches to any, well, leg-like object and appears to be, yeah, anyway.
Oh, no.
One of my favorite presents that I found, though, was Mr. T in your pocket. Who wouldn't love to have Mr. T in their pocket? I'd bust Mr. T out any day and be like, Mr. T, I need you to quit this customer support lady's jibba-jabba, fool. And he'd be like, shut up, fool, and go Apollo Creed on her face. Well, this isn't quite having the actual Mr. T in your pocket.
Just like the Sprite Cat guy.
Exactly. And just bust him out and just bust a cap. Apollo Creed. Let's go. With this A-Team apparatus, you can activate one of the 6 Mr. T phrases from the comfort of your own hand, such as, I pity the fool, and quit your jibber-jabber. But if you really want to punch your friends in the eye, you can bust out the nasty Mr. T remark, first name Mr., middle name period, last name T. Shut up, fool. The best present, though, by far I have found, is the lightning reaction game. This is an actual quote from the advertisement of this game. How fast are your reflexes? Grab up to 3 friends. Each of you grabs a handle and holds on tight. Listen as the siren wails, signaling the gameplay has begun. When the center light changes from red to green, quick, press your button. Last one to click the button gets an electric shock. The timer is different every time, so you'll never know when the buzz will come. Don't hit your button before the light turns green either, or you'll be punished with a shock for being antsy.
I've actually played that game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's even better when you plug it into a light socket or something.
Electricity is your friend.
Ready? Beep. Oh, God! There goes future children.
It's pretty fun, I can imagine.
Well, why don't we go ahead and go to a quick break, and then we'll come back with Josh's stuff right after this. GameSHOUT Radio and Newegg.com want to bring you some holiday gifts this holiday season. Things like flash drives, memory, video cards. Hey, look, if you want in, all you've got to do is enter the Newegg.com GameSHOUT Radio Box Mod Contest. Your objective is going to be to design a computer case mod showing off your very favorite game. Now, you can either draw your design or actually build it. Either way, it's going to be judged on appearance, not on the inside mechanics. The rules are going to be posted at GameSHOUT.com, but you must be a U.S. resident and at least 18 years of age to enter. You're going to send in your pick or drawing along with your phone number to contest at GameSHOUT.com. Now, the deadline is January 3rd, 2006 at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and winners are going to be announced on January 5th, live on GameSHOUT Radio between 9:30 and 10 p.m. You got to be available. We're going to need to talk to you on the air. And where's the best prizes? Only on GameSHOUT Radio. Well,
And
it's
we're
your show,
back.
Andy.
I totally forgot. Okay, we're back. This is the Wacky Wednesday show, and we're back.
We're just
and,
being wacky, that's all.
And speaking of being back to you, Mav.
Back to, actually, Josh.
Back to you.
Yeah.
We'll give it to Josh, yeah.
Oh, man. Hey, it's me. I'm Josh.
We're
So
throwing
anyways,
this around like it's a weather report or something.
Hot potato. I don't want it. Anyways.
Well,
I got
wacky,
two interesting gifts.
Yeah, bizarre stuff that we're finding for holiday gifts, and now Josh is going to come up with his, rendition of what's bizarre.
Well, my rendition, what comes in two forms. One being, have you ever wanted to have a little version of you? Not like a little version of Mr. T. No, a little version of you. No, we're not talking like Mini-Me from Austin Powers. We're talking even smaller. Tiny, pint-sized, handheld even. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. No, not that. Put that away. No, I'm talking about making yourself into an action figure. That's right. Angor Toy is the best place to make yourself an action figure. See, you go to Angor.com and choose their personalized action figure section, and they take you by a step-by-step process on how they turn you into an action figure. See, you come up with an idea for a figure. I know, how about yourself? If you don't want to do that, maybe you can have a favorite character or family member you would like to see running around the house. See, they can make it yourself or anybody. They can have full-scale accessories in miniature, and they can do different, well, they can't replicate every full-scale accessory, but they can do some really cool things. Then you send a quote request, and they're going to send you back how much it's going to cost to get this little bugger made. Then what you do is you send mugshots. So they require the following angles: the face, normal picture that shows complete head; right side of head, normal picture that shows complete head; left side of head, blah blah blah, complete head; back of head, for the hairline and all that; and a close-up of the face, a larger picture of facial contours. Also, be sure to send up close-ups of the face if possible, as well as a good photo of any special facial expressions you may want on your figure. So from there, they create a head sculpt and send you pictures for your approval. And then from there, they contact you and send pictures of the final figure for your approval. And then you receive your Angor personalized figure. So I think that is one of the coolest things. I'd like to have a
I want to be an action figure
in the office.
That'd be cool.
I want a mini Marvin the Angry Desk now.
How much smaller can he get?
Let's see how good these guys are.
Yeah, there's an idea.
But so that's my one of mine, and then the other one that I have, I don't think any night owl should be without this soap. It's called Shower Shock Caffeinated Soap. You can go pick this up at thinkgeek.com. I think this is one of the coolest things ever, and it is pretty bizarre. Tired of waking up and having to wait for your morning Java to brew? Are you one of those groggy early morning types that just needs that extra kick? Now, know any programmer who doesn't regularly bathe and needs some special motivation? Introducing Shower Shock, the original and world's first caffeinated soap from ThinkGeek. When you think about it, Shower Shock is the ultimate clean buzz. Tee-hee! Shower Shock is an all-vegetable-based glycerin soap, which does not contain any harsh ingredients like ethanol, diethanolamine, polyethanol glycol, or cosyl acethoniate. bad stuff.
Or whatever.
Nice.
Easy for you to say.
Hey, reading it better than Vicious Ridge Japanese. Anyways, so it's a
Well, that's
gently
true.
invigorating soap, scented with peppermint oil and infused with caffeine and hydros. Each bar of Shower Shock contains approximately 12 servings / showers per 4-ounce bar with 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving. No, we're not kidding, and no, you don't eat it. The caffeine is absorbed through the skin. Have a smiley coworker that's sleeping too much? Give them the gift of Shower Shock. Coming to a store near you. Anyways, that's Shower Shock.
Wow, Shower Shock.
I gotta say, I like the stuff over at ThinkGeek. My favorite actually is a USB-powered fondue pot.
There's an idea. What a great idea. Well,
I think ThinkGeek has some of the coolest gifts. So just go to thinkgeek.com if you know anybody into like computers or any geekery. This is the greatest place to go.
and bizarre or not, there's some really cool stuff over there, but I'm talking bizarre. And let's get into the holiday spirit. Ho, ho, ho. Let's give your guests a special Yuletide greeting from the jolly mooning Santa. That's right. You'll never miss never seen Kris Kringle like this before. It's a mooning Santa. He turns around, he moons you, and then after he's done, he'll turn around and give you a special surprise. Oh my! Well, yeah, I know, but that's not bad enough. Then let's blow some bubbles with Santa Bubble Blower. That's right. Out of the bottom of his leg comes a barrel of bubbles. He sticks that bubble blower into the back there behind him, bends over, and blows bubbles. You're right, with his butt. No office should be without the Santa butt bubble blower.
I know our office is not without the Santa butt blower.
It blows perfectly round bubbles right out of his bottom. Well, and you think that's bad enough? Well, let's take that to a step further. I like his Santa's little helper. He's Pervy the elf. Pervy's a naughty little elf. He doesn't hang, with the usual crowd up North Pole. No. You squeeze Pervy's little hand, and he says little things to you. Little things that you never expected Santa's elf to say. You want an example? Check this out.
Want to see my North Pole? I got your candy cane right here. Hey. How'd you like me to stuff your stocking?
So, simply squeeze Perv's little hand and he says nice little things to you. But if that's not enough, let's go for Pull My Finger Santa. That's right, our 7-inch high plush jolly Pull My Finger farting Santa is a real gas. You pull his finger and here's a gift for you, he says. Or that's all you're getting for Christmas, or and up the chimney I go, or come sit on Santa's lap, or was that on your wish list? 2 AA batteries are included. It's only $17.95. Well, back to you, Andy. That's Santa's Pull My Finger. Those are bizarre. We found some bizarre stuff, boss.
Oh my goodness. Well, that completes this week's Wacky Wednesday. Well, join us every Wednesday, 9:30 p.m. live, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be right back after this.
This is GameSHOUT Radio, the #1 talk game station in the world. Visit GameSHOUT.com for more info. GameSHOUT.